I can't. I can't deal with such time loss. How do you get into the Decatry without hessing? You will have to do a super slide on top of the fence. Actually, I don't know. You'll have to probably kill that mad scrub, and then do a super slide from the fence to get up on the out of bounds area over the top. Oh yeah, there's also the clip in like under the mustache. I think this is more fun, Ozerks. The dungeon rush is more dungeon rushy, and you spend a lot less time getting the run off the ground. Because in the old run, you had to do, like, the whole trade quest up to Poacher Saw, which is, like, can get pretty boring. Feels like you're doing chores. But we replaced Trade Quest with Pot Chest, and the dungeons are more interesting with like DC with Choose and stuff like that. Yeah, this route uses Pot Chest. That's how it saves like nearly 10 minutes. You also get to see some really interesting wrong warping in this run. Doing GTG wrong warp with Choose from Dodongo's Cavern is pretty cool. And then you literally just die in GTG to go back to Dodongo's Cavern, so you're just using the wrong warp as a cutscene skip. That's pretty funny. Then there's Deku to Bongo wrong warp, which hasn't been used in a main category in a long time. And then there's Jabu wrong warp to Volvagia, which I don't think has ever been used in a main speedrun category before. There's a lot of interesting stuff in this run. Nah, I had to stay home today, that's a... It's not used much because most of the time, like, Deku to Bongo means you're skipping hover boots most of the time, but now that we can get hover boots with SRM, it means we can skip doing the rest of Shadow. Because, like, usually you need hover boots pretty early in your speedrun, right? And as soon as you get hover boots from the hover boots chest, it means that you're, like, one trick away from actually going to Bongo because of the new boat skips and stuff like that. So in most routes, it's actually not a powerful wrong warp at all. Oh my god, what the hell? How did I miss that like twice in a row? Not to mention the fast setup for that wrong warp uses a boomerang. It's part of the setup, and Jabu before Decatry is like pretty awkward as well in a lot of routes. Making save states. I trust that you know which ones are going to be important. Hey, Uppy, thanks. Hey, Chibi, thank you. Oh man, that guy got stuck on the wall? Really? Dude, pick it up. What the hell? Ah. Damn, this is slow as balls. $7-10 split, oh no. Yikes. Still green, but not the kind of bottle time that should come after a 508 escape. Alright, let's not screw up this bottom of the well. Tricky swim incoming. That was way too low. Oh no. Well, that sucks. I swear, I'll never be able to get a good child one. It's so hard. He watches over my runs, man. Today's not doing a good job, but I gotta skip this split. Dude, why? I literally practiced it for ages and it still doesn't work. Opacity plus plus. Alright, here we go. 3% it is. Whatever, I'm just gonna wait. It's possible to get all the rupees without waiting for it to go up, but that would be very difficult and risky. Winnie, yo, thanks for the host. Oh boy, this is gonna be a really slow child one, but I guess I'll deal with it. Not yet, Laser. And thanks, Bunny. Rough. Man, this guy's still going. This guy in the OT Discord is like trying his hardest to make everybody agree that all the runs submitted to the Hundo leaderboard should now be moved to extensions. The entire main leaderboard of OT should be moved to extensions and be called No Ace. Or and move to an extensions leaderboard where Ace is allowed. Even though none of them have used Ace because Ace didn't exist. This makes no sense, dude. I really want to yell at him, but I can't. I told him his opinion was backwards, and Taupe got mad at me. But, like, it's literally backwards. So what he wants is, for every single run on the main leaderboard, in any category that's about to ban Ace, to move to an extensions leaderboard where Ace is allowed, because the people who submitted those runs didn't submit them to a category where Ace was banned. Despite the fact that Ace didn't exist yet, because they submitted to a category where there was no mention of Ace being banned, it's only fair that they are now moved to a category where Ace is not banned on extensions. It's like, it's so... What? Why would it be more fair to move their runs to a category where Ace is allowed, when that's way more different than if we just leave them there and ban Ace? Which is what he wants for the main leaderboard anyway. His opinion is that the main leaderboard should ban Ace, 100% no Ace, and all dungeons no Ace should be a thing on the main leaderboards, which is what we're gonna do. But even though all the runs that are currently on those leaderboards don't use Ace, they should be moved to the category that allows Ace on extensions, because the people who were running a category where Ace wasn't banned at the time when Ace wasn't known to exist. It's like the most impossible to grasp concept. Oops. Nah, there's plenty of people jumping down his throat already. No reason to yell at him. I mean, like, he completely thinks that this opinion makes perfect sense. I don't know how to talk him out of it, though, because he doesn't see why it's so backwards. That bug just crawled off the chest. How do bugs crawl up chests? I didn't know they could do that. You see that? Okay, pretty good split. You told him to shut up, Laser? That's dumb. Why? I mean, yeah, you deserve it. I'm gonna get damaged, aren't I? Okay, the other guy was too far away. Okay. Trickiest part of the run right here. But I can save a bunch if I do this right. Okay, good. OT Discord is generally pretty good, considering there's like 4,000 people in there. It's only when like big discussions happen and a bunch of people who aren't usually involved come out of the woodwork. Which can be fine, but usually their opinions are not grounded in the same things that actual runners are. Come on. Good. Really good, actually. Nice. Yeah, it's weird, Yuppie. A lot of people tend to set up like a reverse straw man in their head. They're like, this is a thing that people may feel. I don't feel that way. But we should cater to these people that might. And literally nobody has said that they do. Is there a name for that? Reverse straw man? It's not exactly devil's advocate, is it? It's like, because nobody's actually arguing that position. Bullshitting? I'll take it. There isn't really any real discussion to be had around Ace. If you ask anybody who plans on voting, and whose vote will be counted. That's the thing. Alright, pot chest time. Favorite meal of the day? Definitely dinner. I don't even eat breakfast, so I only have 2 to choose from. Why did the light from the explosion stick around? It probably is a bad sign from my heat manip. It's fine? Okay, it's weird. I've never seen that before. Okay, give me them bomb shoes. Alright, talk to you later, man. Thanks for good luck. Sometimes that bomb chew that I had to wait for, sometimes it explodes way earlier. I'm not sure why. Definitely more interesting, in my opinion. The main thing that it's replacing is the trade quest to get the poacher saw. To RBA songs. And that's not that interesting at all. Hopefully that works. I think I screwed that up. ESS up wasn't actually a good thing there. Okay, good. Accidentally did hover boots first before Megaton Hammer. It's not the best thing because I lost my backup, but there's only one more, so it should be okay. Nice. Still gold that by a little bit. Nah, dude, ask away. Yeah, so convenient that that's a thing. It's the only item that works that way. Where the cutscene is just tied to receiving it. Damn it. Yeah, new GZ is pretty cool. There's a lot of really good stuff on there. Glank just keeps having ideas. It's insane. Oops. I know of one idea that's in beta right now that they're working on that I'm not gonna say, but if it actually happens, it'll be fucking incredible. Just gonna leave you guys hanging with that one, unfortunately. Not the trainer. Even cooler than that. It is something really cool, but I don't want to say in case Clank doesn't want people to get their hopes up and it doesn't work out. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, smack. What's up, Gyoza? Alright, I got a bunch of time to save here. 39 seconds. I really shouldn't be this far behind my gold splits at this point, though. What was the main problem? The main problem was child 1, I think. I, like, really screwed up in bottom of the well. Yeah. Alright, later, dude. Thanks for good luck. Yeah, good eye, Minnie. I pressed the bottle button in midair. If you press a cutscene item midair while you're falling, it prevents the other cutscene from ever playing, and it also makes the boss music survive the void out. That's why there is still boss music. Oh my god, they're just flying around not shooting at me. You stay. Just, you know, hanging around for 20 seconds while I don't shoot anything, that's always good. You better give me like a fucking triple now. Oh god, this is terrifying. What is happening? Oh my god, dude. Please. I am begging you. This might be the slowest fight I've ever had. Oh my god. How much time did I lose there? Like 40 seconds? Almost 40 seconds, dude. That's completely insane. My gold is gonna pass by before I even gain control here. And that was a good split, too. There was nothing wrong with my split. Hello, gold split. See you later. Unfortunately, I could have saved a shitload of time, but I didn't. Gotta remember to equip this before the cutscene skip. Am I 2/3 of the way through the run? Dude, I am. What? This run is so fast-paced, it's insane. It feels like I've done one dungeon. Really, I've done two, but still. Just everything happens in the next 25 minutes. This is definitely the most dungeon rush All Dungeons has ever been. Nice. Was speedy. Nice. Alright, finally gonna get my sword back now. Oh, no. Come on. Reverse dungeon order? It's not too bad. I haven't run it in like 2.5 years, but from what I remember, the hardest part was that RBA is banned, so you're kind of like stuck with whatever explosive count you can scrounge up. And that's the hardest part, is maintaining explosives. Yeah, I think it was literally just implemented because it made the routing more interesting for the people who wanted to do it originally. I don't know. I mean, even the order of the dungeons themselves is arbitrary, so it's just a for fun category. There's not really any reason to say whether you should do Spirit or Shadow first. That vote is gonna begin either today or tomorrow, Chippy. We're all pretty much sure we know what the outcome's gonna be. All the runners have been pretty united in their opinions. The vote is almost a formality at this point. This category doesn't even allow SRM yet, but I'm pretty sure it will, which is why I'm running it with SRM. Hey, Solonic. The outcome being that it will almost certainly be allowed in 100%. Hold on. One more. Ooh, two more. That's okay. Yeah, so SRM will almost certainly be allowed in 100% all dungeons and no wrong warp. And it will almost certainly be banned in GSR and MST. Ganonless is going to be kind of moved to extensions and preserved with no SRM, because if you allow SRM and Ace, then Ganonless is just any percent. And Ace is going to be banned in everything except for any percent. It's gonna follow very similar category allowances as RBA. Mostly because what it's used for in speedruns at the moment is items, but SRM is much more expansive than that. We're gonna have to separate SRM into multiple different tricks, because there's lots of different ways to use SRM. Hey Mike, thanks. Nice gold. Is that Egg Clover long shot? I don't remember. Hey Fiera, things are going really well. How about you? Ah. Dang, 107 is looking real tough on this run. Start working a software job even though you can't do software. How's that work? Wow, nice. That's really cool. Good luck. Not yet, Lublum. The theory is there for it to be possible, but we haven't been able to make any work yet. It's not like Majora's Mask though. It's different. My job's great. Really enjoying it. Yeah, it's the first time that I have enjoyed a job, and it's very refreshing. Hey, what the fuck? How did I miss? I was standing right next to you, dude. I'm gonna have to play better than my golds from here to the end if I want the 107. No! Fish, why? Why? I just said I needed to play better than my golds. Never mind. Not happening. Might be able to PB though. I did do a boot camp, yeah. For web design. Or web development, rather. Reverse stoplight splits, uh-oh. It was pretty grueling. It was 15 weeks, full-time school, like 8 hours a day, kind of like a job. It was a lot. But I learned so much, and it was a really fun experience, even though it was hard. Oh my god. Shoot the thing. I was no stranger to like a giant workload though. I did an electrical engineering degree for undergrad, and that was like that was a lot of work. This was definitely more condensed, but I was no stranger to it. Oh really? That's awesome. Yeah, I worked in electrical engineering for a while before I did the boot camp, but I hated it, so I quit and learned programming. I was doing construction design, like MEP stuff, and it was just so fucking boring. Basically, like, I went into engineering because I really like being creative. And I like building things. And then doing construction design was just like, learn the New York City electrical code. And then conform to what this architect gives you. Very little room for creativity. But programming is all about creativity. How are you going to solve this problem? Alrighty. There we go. Can I squeeze out the mini PB? Got a bunch of golds this run, though, which is good, regardless of what happens. Luna, yo, thanks so much for the 20-month sub. How's it going? Needs more opacity. Be the change you want to see in the world. No, that's bad. Double me opacity. Alright, you guys gonna have to give me a minute. Alright, 5%. That's bad. It's gonna be a little bit tight on this timer. A little bit tight. I have to treat this fight really well. Hey, Fennec. One minute. Okay. I can do this. No. Hey Link, thanks. Welcome to a close one. I almost killed her. Not quite yet. This is gonna be so close, dude. I barely had enough time to do this. Literally had 1 second to spare. Holy shit. Very nice. Not 107 though, so it's not what I'm looking for. Alright, well, an improvement nonetheless. That was sketchy. That's so cool though, how that's like the perfect illustration of how you can make a lot of mistakes in that final split, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many mistakes you make, as long as the timer is running while those mistakes are happening, and you have time to do the wrong warp at the end with the timer. That's the only thing that matters. So I literally made like 40 seconds of mistakes that didn't affect my run. In fact, I golded by 8 seconds. Oh, I'm definitely chasing the 107. Doing it right now, dude. Right after I brag on Twitter, of course. How did I manage to gold? Because I let the timer run for less time than it usually does, by like pausing less and spending less time in cutscenes and things. What did I just do? Oh yeah. How did I manage to gold? Oh wait, I answered that already. I'm like reading chat and forgetting what I already said. Alright, got some good golds there. Let's lock them in. 106.06, sum of best. Getting close to the 105. Getting close to that mark where I can be within 2 minutes of sum of best and still get a 107, which is what I'm looking for. Do I have long hair? I do indeed have long hair. I could make a nice little ponytail with it if I wanted to. But been letting it grow. Probably chopping it off pretty soon, though. I've been saying that for months. Thank you. No. I'll probably leave it until the weather gets a little warmer. I like the insulation during the winter time. Alright. Do we keep watching the credits? I guess it's like 10 more seconds. We'll let it run. Soak it in a little bit. Shit, it's only half the credits. You're right. Dude, it's not viable. It's impure. This is an impure speedrun. Unlike Super Mario 64, which is pure. Don't upload you praising my hair to YouTube. It's okay. People can't see chat. They don't know who I'm talking to. Unless I address you by name. You know what I never understood? What's this supposed to signify? Like, are they just going to be friends now? Is that what this is supposed to mean? Because, like, I don't know. Ganondorf is still back there in that window, right? Because, like, she doesn't know who he is, but he knows. Thanks for the imagery, Fennec. Alright. Let's do a 107 now.